we have a special guest in the studio, you know, all the way from the big city, you know. If we was in America, we'd call it the Big Apple, see? But we're in England, so we call it the Big London, see? So, how are you? And welcome to Coventry, welcome to the city, yes? And could you introduce yourself to the people, please? Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for the introduction. My name is Jahna Sebastian. I'm coming from London, and I actually was born and grew up in Russia, and I live in London now, so
wow.
But it's a beautiful city. I've been able to walk around for a little while, and yeah, it's amazing here.
That's nice to have you on the Hillz FM scene. And what brought you into music? Because you know, sometimes some people have things in life that turns them to music, certain experiences, or what gave you the hint to say one day, you know what, I'm going to try and I'm going to succeed with music?
Well, I feel like music has been a passion of my whole life. I have been singing from I was a very little girl, and I have always been, you know, really inspired by different sounds, and then eventually I started, you know, producing and engineering. I wanted to know everything about music. It has been moving me, but at the same time, I don't come from a musical family, so it was something, you know, that was coming from within.
Alright. No, but you're right, because to me, music comes within, you know. It's all the sound vibration, you know what I'm saying? So it's nice to know you're feeling those vibrations and can put them out on music, you know, and tell people, you know.
Yeah, I feel like I'm channeling different emotions, you know, different experiences, whatever I've learned in this life, and putting it down into words and putting it into music. And you know, I'm trying to cover all different subjects, and I feel like I'm channeling it to the whole world. Hopefully, you know, people can...
No, you're right, because I'm a person, I learn more from music than reading books, if that makes sense to you. You know what I mean? Because musicians in my life, they're very special people. Not everybody can stand up in front of a crowd and perform, you know? You understand me? So music is a special gift, you know what I mean? So I honor all musicians, because, you know, if there wasn't music in the world, people wouldn't be happy, you know? You see people in their happy state when music's involved. What would you say about that?
Yeah, that's right. Music definitely brings people together, and music transcends, you know, through space and time, through race, through, you know, no matter what religion you are, no matter where you are, because if you think about it, you know, I came from Russia, and, you know, people there listen to music that wasn't born there, you know, like reggae music or hip-hop, R&B, soul, you know, now dubstep, everything, you know, and there are other places in the world, you know, and people can understand. Sometimes they might not understand English, they might not understand the language, but something in the sound and in the rhythm, you know, that makes them move and come to the dance floor and feel the vibe, you know. And I've seen so many times in life that, you know, music was exactly what was breaking the barriers between people.
You're right, you know, we call it the breakthrough, you know, it has a breakthrough, we break through, you know, as I said, brick by brick we're going to break it down, and music breaks down all brickwork, you know, to separate people. So I'm going to let the whole world and the whole of Coventry, the whole of the internet now hear one of your songs. Can I do that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
So worldwide, 98.6, you know, we have a big guest in the studio. She'll be performing tonight at the Click Wine Bar, so get yourself down there where you can talk to her and engage with her and tell her about her music. But we're going to just give you a little sneak preview now, you know, so we're going to play this track, 98. And what inspired you to make a tune like that? You know, it's got so much harmony, so much meaning in it, you know what I'm saying?
Well, this tune kind of represents, you know, perfect unconditional love, and obviously I have been in love before, and I was just thinking, you know, how I feel about that person, and I just thought, you know, real love is not about, you know, selfish things and thinking what that person can do for you. It's more about you being able to be there for that person no matter what, you know, through space and time. And yeah, I just felt, you know, I just felt the vibration, and I wanted to write about that, you know.
No, that's fantastic. I like the way you use the word space and time, you know what I mean? It brings, you know, so you got a little philosophy in you as well, you know what I'm saying? You don't just write the music, there's some things behind your music, you know? That's what I like about it, you know?
Oh, definitely. I think we as human beings live eternally. I have a spiritual vision about that, and obviously music, and as one American writer, Chuck Palahniuk, said, you know, don't think about, it's not about trying to live forever, it's about creating something that will. So, you know, music particularly is, or something positive that you can create is what lives forever, you know, through space and time.
No, but you're positive. You're on my wavelength. You know what I'm saying? I like them. I like them positive messages there, and it's also positive because, as you say, you know what I mean, it's what we leave behind, the legacy. You know what I mean? I always explain that to people. Is what you leave behind. You know what I'm saying? You're born on one day. You're gonna leave this earth on one day. But what you leave in the middle is the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? So I like the music you're playing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to play another track because I could talk to you all day, man. You could eat up this radio with enough talking because you make enough sense, and to hear a musician talking like that, I know you're not just in it for the music, it goes beyond the music, you know?
Yes, that's true. That's true, yeah.
Some people are in it just for the music, they write the lyrics and that's it, but how you're talking, you're giving me good feedback behind, so it's telling me how much research you've done inside of yourself.
Definitely, you know, and I think that, you know, as we grow every day, there's an experience and there's a lesson to be learned, and it also affects the music or anything else that we create, and we develop that way. So, you know, music comes out of me because I've been through certain things, you know, and I just incorporate that into whatever I create, you know, and trying to share it with the world.
Fantastic, you know. Maybe you should write a book when you retire from music, you know. You got the words in you, man. You're like, I'm listening to you, it's just like listening to a book, man. You got so much good words, man. But I'm going to play your second song now to the public, 98.6 of Williams Brothers. We're honored to have our special guest on the studio. Could you tell the people your name again, please?
Jahna Sebastian.
And where will you be tonight?
Oh yes, I'll be at Click Bar. It's Valentine's Love Party. The address is 6A Hillz Street, City Centre, Coventry, postcode CV1 1JD, and it starts at 10:30 p.m. So if you want to come down and party for the Valentine's Love, yeah, you know, it's the right place to be. And there's another artist that's going to perform there as well, is Markul. So there's going to be a lot of good vibes there, you know, great music, come down, free bottle of bubbly for best dress, male or female. Hillz FM presents the party, yeah. It's the right place to be.
So we look forward. I'm going to play your next track, yeah, I'm going to get back to some talking, but nice to have you in the studio, you're full of so much inspiration. 98.6, the Hillz FM.
Jahna Sebastian. Jahna, what gave you the feeling to make that music?
Well, this song is called Emancipation, and it's from my Emancipation EP. There's another track on the Emancipation EP that's called Nothing Like My Freedom, and those two songs are about me really finding freedom, because there's been a time a few years ago when I just came to London and I was, by mistake, I was detained for 2 months when I was pregnant.
Right.
And it was really crazy because I wasn't convicted or anything, you know, it was to do, you know, I'm a political refugee actually in here.
Right, I understand. Right.
And yeah, you know, while being there for 2 months, in that place, you know, it just, I just had to go through a whole, you know, turmoil of emotions. And
so that is what inspired you, that time when you was in castration. Right, being locked away, also being pregnant as well. That's what inspired you, because it sounds like you made a whole sort of LP. You don't call them LP anymore, I think it's a CDs. I don't know what to call them. EPs, right? Yeah, you've made a whole EP. And was that the inspiration to do that?
Yes, definitely, because when I was released, you know, as well as being physically released from that place at the same time, because I was there for no particular reason, you know, and it was proved afterwards later when my case was in the High Court, everything was sorted out. But at the same time, it was a good experience for me, because while being there, I met so many people, you know, going through certain things, and I've been through so many things emotionally that it made me liberate myself and feel much more free spiritually and grow up a lot.
Excellent, excellent. I think my brother mentioned it earlier, like, you know, when people, through music, people express their emotions and feelings. Sometimes where they kind of write it down, they can express that in song or in art. Which, you know, singing is an art, isn't it? It's an art with words and music.
Definitely.
Really, and I think it sounds like that's what you've done. Your feelings, or your feelings were expressed through the music that you're doing.
Definitely, definitely. Most of my music, you know, when I write it, no matter how I start, you know, whether I start by writing the lyrics or, you know, I'm actually making the beat, like, because that tune I produced as well, and either way, you know, even if it's just a couple of notes, it's always inspired by something that I've experienced, you know, and I felt, and sometimes, you know, there's a lot of people out there that might have been through the same thing, you know, and they can feel it, you know.
Yeah, that's right. That's so,
trying to be honest in the music thing.
Yeah, well, it's so true, because there's so much dishonesty now. People just sing about anything and they say they've went through it, and they haven't. They just sing about it, right? So thinking, but moving quickly on, because I just know we're pushing for time, right? What have you got in store for us tonight at this gig at the Click Bar? Really? It's Valentine's. What have you got?
Don't give too much away.
What songs have you got for us? Is it all about emancipation, or anything about like Valentine's or love? Or?
Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be a couple of love tunes, you know. Yeah, but you know, I've been in love. We've all been there, you know.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling, you know.
Yeah, that's right. I think, you know, because I think it's good that you express yourself, like emancipation, through a bit of balance here. Because nowadays it's just all love and things like that. And I think it's about also the real meaning of love, I think, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. You know, I write songs about everything, you know, about politics, you know, that's why I'm a political refugee. It's because, you know, back home
in trouble.
Oh yeah, I've been writing a lot of political stuff, and that got me. But you know, we were speaking the truth again. Whenever you are being honest, a lot of the times some other people don't want you to be, you know, speaking the truth out and what's really going on. So
anyway, you know something, I'm looking forward to hear you sort of sing live tonight. You know what I mean? And I'm not feeling too well myself, really, but I will be there, dragging myself along to be there just to sort of hear you sing. Really, also I think I'm going to play as well.
Yeah, that would be great to see you, definitely, you know.
So so Jahna Sebastian, I look forward to sort of hearing you sing later. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Valentine's of Love is happening to be this night at the Click Bar, 6A Hillz Street, City Centre, Coventry. And that's, you know, anybody come from out of town, that's CV1 1JD. And that's from 10:30 until 4 PM. So that's a free bottle of bubbly for the best dressed male or female. Sebastian, you can fall in that category. You could win that bubbly for yourself.
Oh.
I'm looking for the outfit as well, because sure there's an outfit to go with. I'll be looking forward to that. So it'll be a balance of not just singing but outfit. But don't forget also we've got Maxim also performing later on tonight, and that'll be live PAs, and you got a host of the Hillz FM DJ. So it's a night not to be missed. Even if you're working tomorrow morning, I'm sure it's going to be worth a few hours less sleep tonight just to take in this love Valentine's session tonight at the Click Bar. Anyway, this is Hillz FM 98.6, and this is the Williamsburg. And thank you very much for coming in the studio, Jahna. Right, Sebastian.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's Jahna Sebastian.
Right, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being in the studio. Thank you.